Ooh. Well,
We need.
we need each other.
Wow.
Welcome to the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. I'm your brother John.
This is Kiana.
I'm the one and only Mr. Edmund. Can't hear myself.
Okay, I can hear you good.
And I
This
can hear you
program is
too.
Being brought to you
Well,
as part of the
hey.
New Image Project of the Community Development and Training Center, aka See That.
See that?
And we'd like to thank y'all for tuning in, helping us to redefine what's cool because
Smart.
Is the new
gangsta.
Baby, baby.
And if you don't know, now you know.
And if you didn't know where you tuning in, you are tuning in the 99.1 FM.
We're Ed. What's up, Ed? I see you.
yes, yes.
Yeah, we here, man. And we ain't going nowhere.
Welcome back. Welcome back.
So
welcome
it's
back.
Monday morning, and it's that first Monday after the time change, y'all. How that's
It was okay.
it wasn't too bad for you?
It wasn't too bad. And only, you want me to tell you why it wasn't too bad?
Tell me.
Because it was Saturday
Okay.
that, like, it fell back.
Okay.
Like, so, I mean, jump forward.
Time.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying, but Saturday night,
Okay.
and so it wasn't that bad for
So
me.
somebody said that they late because the time change.
I mean, for each his own.
They late because the time change.
For each his own. This is non-judgment.
Right. And we don't judge.
Right. I mean, because it may take you a couple of days to adjust.
To adjust to this, yeah. Do you like this time over the other time?
I don't think so, but
Okay.
I don't think either way it don't bother me.
Okay.
I don't think I'm one of them people that be like, oh, I want to be one of them people. Like, I want to complain about it, but I'm really not complaining.
Okay, I hear that. Mr. Edmund, how's this time for you, man?
Just another day in paradise, man.
Okay.
I mean,
This one don't move you no way.
What about you?
I like the long days, but yesterday was rough. Ramadan.
Oh.
And so the sun set later.
yeah, we do.
You know what I mean?
Go down slower.
Go down slower. But then this morning, appreciating the darkness, because it don't come up.
Because you can't.
That was my. I'm gonna be late because I was able to enjoy my coffee and do all of that and try and get my morning started
Before the sun come up, because you can't. Because during Ramadan you can't eat
or drink during from sun up to sundown. Yeah. So with the sun coming up later, that was helpful this morning. Yeah. So
Good stuff.
that whole thing.
Good stuff.
Yeah. Do we got a would you rather?
Would you rather?
Okay. Breakfast Club, and we having breakfast for real.
We really is, y'all.
Absolutely. So before we do would you rather, talk about what's good.
Go ahead. What's good in the hood?
What's good in the hood is y'all know we've been pushing the one community grocery co-op. OCGC.coop.
OC.
And OCGC.coop, the one community grocery co-op had hit a milestone. So we had 100. We are now at 100 member owners strong. So congratulations.
That was the goal.
That was the goal.
No, the goal is bigger, but that's the short term.
Yeah, the milestone.
I mean, that was the milestone. That's what they said.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. And so, we hit the milestone. Thank you for the big picture. So we hit the milestone of 100 members. Definitely want to thank Urban Drinkery. So that's kind of what.
Big shouts out to Urban Drinkery.
Where it all goes down.
A lot of stuff go down at Urban.
Yeah. So again.
Good morning, Ed.
100 member owners strong. This milestone is only possible because of YOU. Our community, our supporters, and everyone who believes in building a cooperative, equitable, and community-centered local food system. So thank you. And y'all can continue to support Miss Teresa. What's good? What's good?
Man.
I appreciate you.
That's good. That's
So 100
good.
member owners, man. That's exciting.
Man, and
You
listen,
put it out there last week and said by Friday. That was the goal. Oh, what did y'all do this weekend?
I went to the Health Insurance Expo. Big shouts out to Reno. Big shouts out to the sons and daughters of African Kings and Queens.
Yes.
Dave's and all the real estate people that came out. We got it on the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club page. It's very important we learn the difference between life insurance, health insurance, and the different things. Right?
We need
the
all of them.
IULs. You know, I mean, it's like a prescription. Everything ain't for everybody.
Okay.
You know what? A nice term policy that might be good for this person may be the absolute wrong thing for you. You
Right.
may need something more, you know, more coverage, right?
Okay.
And more protection. So I learned a lot there, man. And I thought I knew something.
Right.
I thought I knew a lot of that stuff.
Yeah.
But you didn't. But you do. We do need health insurance.
Yes.
People do, and we need
Health
life insurance.
and life insurance.
That's what I say. We need it all. Now, what terms what kind of policy you get is up to you.
But you got to get something.
All you need is
One thing I learned talking to Reno too, there's a difference between life insurance and like death insurance.
Yes.
And so a lot of times what we get in our community is death and burial insurance.
Mm-hmm.
But Reno got like stuff that you can use while you're living.
Right, because you can borrow off your
Yeah.
policy.
Yeah.
You can
Yeah,
get
if you have living benefits. All policies don't have living benefits, and that's
Right.
one of the things that they was talking about at the expo yesterday.
Mhm.
Is the difference, you know, between these policies. And I think, you know, they're gonna run it back in May.
Okay.
Mhm.
And I think more people need to come out because this is the information they're not teaching us in school. You're not learning it on the fly. This is business and professional related information, and that you're only getting from certain sources.
Right.
We're not just giving this information up on the corner.
Yeah.
But I will say this is that people come and offer you life insurance. Like I know I come across people that's always trying to offer life insurance.
Okay.
And a lot of times I have life insurance, but I buck them. Like, hey,
You buck the
yeah.
person that's trying
And that's what
insurance.
because you know you're not
Insurance.
knowledgeable about it, and then people see it as an extra bill.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And then people do, and because we think of life insurance as death insurance, that's something that people try to escape from.
Yeah.
Yes, it's a hard conversation. It's a conversation that must be had. Big shots out. Reno and their whole team, Dave, thank y'all for putting that together because it ain't a conversation we have easily. And insurance is a very important part of wealth building in America, right?
Okay.
And we talked about this yesterday. Sometimes you see some people at the funerals, you know, broke down, crying, you can't help them.
Yeah, they unhinged.
They unhinged.
Yeah.
Thank you, Brother John.
Yeah.
But then you see people that approach the funerals and the burials a different way, right? And then a lot of times it be because, you know,
The stuff was set up properly.
everything was right.
Yeah.
That's right. Everything was set up right, and the funeral didn't hit like it hit when it ain't set up right. When you got to do the fish fries, when you got to go and do the
do your
GoFundMe.
GoFundMes and all that other stuff. I mean, if you get something at least enough to be able to bury your loved ones, is a burden that they don't have to carry.
Yeah.
Right.
You know,
That's right.
because funerals are expensive.
Yeah.
It is.
You know,
We're talking
even
about-
when you're looking at even cremating somebody, that you know what I mean.
We're
That's
talking
the
about the
cheaper
crypts.
way.
you know how you get the crypts.
Like put them in the wall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know, a lot of times it be $5,000-$10,000.
Okay.
But if you wait to the funeral and the person has already passed, you might pay $20,000, $15,000, $20,000,
Okay.
$30,000.
If you don't do it
If you don't have the planning put together.
right.
And that's just saying in our community we got to get over that stigma that oh, I'm gonna curse myself or my family. You know, a lot of times
It's gonna
you know,
happen.
Was good.
it's an important part of life, right? Life and death, they go together hand in hand.
Right.
So just being prepared for it. That was a very good expo. They put that together. It's amazing. I can't wait to the next one. We're gonna get some more people out there. Had them come in and talk about it.
Okay, we could definitely. I went to Cali dance recital
Okay.
yesterday. Again, oh my Lord,
Okay.
it was amazing.
What's your
Them
connection
kids.
to Cali?
So my goddaughter, Tuki, is a dancer.
Shout out to Tuki. Good morning.
Tuki, and her sister Lex is the captain.
Okay.
And so this is her final year. And so Lex was in the hospital like a couple of months ago. And so to see her dance, because, you know, they were unsure if she was going to be able to dance again.
Mm.
And they cleared her. And a matter of fact, the first time that she danced once she was cleared was at the Collard Green Festival
Okay.
with Cali.
Wow.
And so to see her come out there and do them, when I say those kids were amazing, you think about the dance. Remember we had the ex Kiana
Yep.
about the popping. They
Yep.
do that, but when I say it's so much more, they ballet, they flipping,
Yeah.
they doing handstands on necks. Like they're a little bit of everything, and then to see the kids that graduated and come back and still participate in it.
That's always good.
It is amazing. So shout out to Netta. She started Cali Cali. Consuela, she's the president of Cali Cali. Shaquita, I'm not quite sure what her role is, but I know it's important.
Okay,
I just don't know her title.
Walk me through that.
Yeah, but everybody who put Michelle, everybody who had something to do with it was those kids put their heart and soul in that, and they really did their thing.
Wow.
So I did that last night.
I went to the second Saturday Art Walk.
Oh, how was that?
It was amazing. I didn't do like the whole walk. I just went to the Deuces. Stopped by Urban Drinkery, of course.
And they had the coffee concert.
They had coffee concert. I missed the coffee concert. I got there a little later than.
I did too. I did show up, but Mike had just finished
Okay. Yeah.
when I came.
But they was grooving, man. Real good vibe. So I went there. Saw Brian parade. Shout out to Brian.
Yes, yes.
Park president.
Mhm.
All the things that he's doing. He was playing the saxophone over at the Deuces Corner Park.
I did not know he played the saxophone.
Yeah, I met him at Silver Lake. He was playing the saxophone at an event that they were doing, Stop the Violence event a few years ago.
Shout out to the Silver Lake boys.
Silver Lake Boys Association.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, major salute.
And so going there, and then the highlight for me was, we stopped through Jugs.
Okay.
Because, Jug was open, and
Jug got a whole art gallery in there.
man, he got a whole art gallery. But then
Collectibles
but,
and
but when you start talking about food, though, we was talking about food systems, and so I was able to like re up on the sea moss, got some soursop leaves to make some tea, and then he just was giving us all kind of, okay, what if you want to get rid of that, do this.
I need to go in there into
Yeah.
yeah.
We were asking him about a particular plant, and he said, "Oh yeah, I got a tree. I can, want to get a little, taller." And we was like, "The seeds you got to grow." And he was like, "I already got it started. You just plant the tree, and then once it grows, the fruit gonna do what it do. But you can also use the leaves, man. It was just amazing."
Oh wow.
With the OG and really, get some healing.
Then you know what
healing conversation.
you know what I
That's
did
right.
do? I did go to Home Depot too to look for plants.
Okay, we still rocking with Home Depot.
no.
Yeah, no, Home Depot. No.
The Home Depot.
No. We're no Lowe's. No
Home
Lowe's.
Depot on the list too.
Home Depot on the okay. 'Cause
They the biggest.
Home Depot one of they was the first Trump. Yeah.
I don't know, but I was at Home Depot.
Okay.
I'm not at Lowe's. Home Depot.
We listen and we don't judge.
Right. I mean, tell me.
You should have went to Lowe's. That should have did.
No, I think Lowe's on it. So, but it don't matter.
Okay.
But I mean, once I find out, so just wouldn't there, and I end up not buying nothing anyway. So I guess it don't really matter.
Okay.
But
Spend your time, my sister.
but I didn't eat the swine, my brother.
Get that loud. And,
No, I was looking. They got like some avocado trees
Okay.
in there, and lime and tangerine trees, and they're like $60.
Yeah, avocado is good too. So it's like a super.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you gotta make sure you
Yeah.
buy,
You gotta do what?
make sure you buy the ones that is not genetically altered, right? There's a lot of
That's
genetic.
hard for everything.
No, it ain't. No, it
Yeah,
ain't.
everything
They got
ain't been
real.
touched.
They got not
Like
everything.
black people in America.
Nah, everything ain't been touched. Some yeah. They still got some. You gotta look for it.
Okay.
It ain't gonna be sitting on the shelf looking at you.
Right.
You gotta
It
It could be.
Yeah.
Not all the time.
Not all the time, but it could be
'Cause
too. Like I'm not
they
finna-
devilish. They're devilish.
They're devilish.
Well, when we get on this next news, I got some devilish things to talk about that they doing.
After the break, we gonna wait after.
Oh yeah,
devilish.
yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna wait after the break to talk about the devilish things that they doing, man. And so yeah, no, that was
So yeah, so I'm gonna do some gardening.
okay. Mr. Reese.
I think I need to do something too.
Yeah.
I've been dreaming of planting a garden and working on some garden ideas.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I got a palm tree in the middle of my front yard.
I'm a blue say workshop on the benefits
A soursop.
That soursop. Yeah, that's
Mhm.
soursop. It's a
Yeah.
lot in there. And I
It
was thinking
is.
about the fruit, but
You got juice. They got
tell
the
us about the leaves and how you tea and do your thing. You have a slight cancer benefit, cancer,
all that stuff.
Properties, help you with sleep and all of that stuff too. So
I like plants like that.
yeah.
Like the moringa. You know about the moringa?
Yeah.
You know, when we went to St. Thomas, the guy.
I think that's one of the plants he's gonna get us.
The moringa.
Okay. When we went to St. Thomas, the guy took us around and showed us like some really good plants to get too.
Okay.
Good for your skin. You rub it on you. And...
So what we doing, y'all? We shouting out local, folks, man, celebrating the best of the Tampa Bay area. So if you know somebody who deserves a shout out, tag them, put them in the comments, put it in the chat, and let us know what the good thing that they're doing. So if it's a business, if it's an individual, well, just yourself. Sometimes you just got to encourage yourself. So if you deserve a shout out, tag yourself, put it in the comments, and then we'll shout you out after the break. We're going to be back about 6 minutes after the hour, and then we got politics with Mr. Edmond. We got What the People Say. Great question that came in from the social media, and Ask Kiana, headline news, and a whole lot more. So make sure that you tap in, stay tuned in, and we'll be back.
We'll be back.
Bye.
In 60 minutes, the newsroom.
The Syrian Defense Ministry says it's ended its operations in the coastal region after an outbreak of violence in which hundreds are reported to have been killed.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Welcome
I can say I
back.
still here.
Yeah, it's
Democracy Now.
Shout out to Democracy Now, the War and Peace Report.
Big shouts out to 99 Jams, Cara Festa Radio, the whole 99 Jams family, Don J,
Yeah.
Super Dave, Ada,
Yeah. Awesome Ada. Yeah. Women Talk.
Awesome Ada.
Yeah.
I love it. Listen, if y'all love the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club, y'all love it, y'all missed us, reach out and help underwrite and donate to the station. Let's lift up the station. Yeah. Let's lift up our own.
I hate the split screen.
Okay, no, I'm just messing around.
I know.
Let's lift up the station.
Mm-hmm.
Let's lift up our own. Mm-hmm. Listen, y'all. If you hear my voice and you love what we doing and you love how we do it and you love why we do it, support the station. 99 Jams is a community radio station and we need community support. It's 10 years. It's 10 years. It's coming up on 10 years.
Coming up on the 10-year anniversary.
Come on now. Step up and step out for the community.
That's right. That's absolutely, positively the truth. Necessary, needed, and all of those things.
Uplift the people.
Yeah.
Because the people will uplift you. Okay. Okay, so would you rather?
All right.
Would you rather take a year-long backpacking trip around the world or spend a month living in a luxury 5-star resort?
Give me the I was about to go with the resort because I'm not a backpacking type of guy.
Yeah, I just gonna say
Yeah. But then, there's value in experiences.
I don't know. At first, I was going with the resort too, but then a whole year to go in and explore different places.
That's too long. So tell me about this.
A whole year? What am I going?
What I'm going to see for? That's gonna take me a year to see. What we doing on this?
We're going to the safari. We're going to mountains. Just think you can.
Got
go
income
through.
reimbursement
Yeah.
per diem. What is they doing? How is they financing this trip?
It's what you rather. So you got a magic wand.
Yeah, do what you want to do, however you want to.
I'd rather stay in this 5-star hotel
For a month.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
Go get the spa treatment. You know what I'm saying?
What is it again? Would you rather? What are our options? Would you rather
do a year-long backpacking trip around the world?
Okay.
Nobody gonna do.
Somebody will.
Okay, somebody will.
No, people.
We don't say all, but everybody gonna be.
I can see Donnie doing that.
In a 5-star.
Professor Donnie.
Yeah.
See him doing
Yeah. No.
I can see him in a 5-star suite too.
I can too, but I can see him exploring and going out there, like
and talking the language.
Oh yeah, because he's multilingual.
Yeah, and been doing all that great jazz.
Yes, I was talking to somebody that actually loved listening to us on the radio, and one of their, how can I say this? One of their special moments of the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club is Professor Donnie.
Yes.
In the book of the day.
The book of the day.
Shout out to the voice of the people, King Jab, Professor Donnie.
Yes. I seen the dream.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, Robert, I see you. Oscar, I see you. Pastor, thank you for tuning in. Ed, hope that sound working for you now, man. So would I rather?
Ed's my birthday twin.
I might do a.
You backpack? I mean, it's like I think I'm gonna do that. At first, I was like luxury resort, but that's something that like when I travel, I go somewhere luxury. You know what I mean? Typically, anyway. Like to go in and backpack and have that.
Book a room like that. You see the price of things.
I was
helping my daughter with a staycation, trying to find a spot, man, and these rooms is like just the prices of hotels.
No, see, you don't go. How y'all was shopping? You don't do it like that. You gotta go on Priceline or.
We was on them spots.
On your phone, they sending y'all something because it's all kinds of deals out there, especially here in Pinellas County.
When the last time you checked? Wait, no. I just wait. Because this is wait.
What I think of a deal is ain't a deal.
What is it? $100 a day?
No.
Like
three something. Yeah. So.
It's spring break. Okay. Yeah, it's spring break.
I was gonna say, when did you check?
I was just on the trip. What you talking about? I was just
a staycation here.
No, but I was around the world, but it don't matter.
That's what I'm saying.
It's all the
'Cause
same
no,
circuit.
no,
It's
no,
all the same circuit.
no, it
Them
ain't
people is
all.
not playing.
No, it ain't all the same
Yeah,
circuit
it is.
because it depends on where you going, the time of season, what's going on. There's a lot of
it's,
stuff that.
it's spring break. It's because I was gonna say it's like we just came out of
How about that?
we came out of very 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 amazing dynamic situation. So big shouts out to all the people who work at the hotels.
Yeah.
All the people who because a lot of times they get a lot of flack because they say they ain't born here, they immigrants, they migrants,
The
coming
people
here
who
to
work
work.
in the hotels.
But the reality is, a lot of us is right. A lot
Yeah.
of our family are migrants. You know what I'm saying? Jamaican, Haitian, Puerto Rican. You know what I'm saying? They coming from the DR. But the reality is, this is all our family, y'all.
Right on. Right on. Thank you. Thank you for
I
that.
was trying
Thank
to
you.
see where you was going with it. Okay,
That's all I was trying to say. We ended where we needed.
Yeah,
where we needed to be.
Cause my head did cock over for you.
So put it in the chat. Let us know what you would rather do. Would you take? Are you taking the backpacking trip around the world, or are you staying at a
I was gonna
five?
say, how did I get to that subject? That's how.
That's
Because
how.
of the world ride trip, and then
Yep.
the hotel prices, and then I thought about the people who running the hotels.
That's
our people.
That's right. Us for real. All right. Speaking of us, what you got, man? Would you rather? I mean, not would you rather. Politics. You got
politics.
Politics with
Politics
Mr.
with Mr. Edmond. Okay, it's a dynamic political season we got going on right now.
Okay.
So if y'all didn't know, the tariffs, the tariffs have been implemented, but then they was taken back, right? So people are saying,
Happening with a lot of this stuff.
so because I say a lot of it is just the fear of the people. This is not for the other countries. They looking to raise fear and confusion inside of America.
Okay.
Right? Because one of the things, a lot of people don't know, the Canadians have been standing back up. They taking American products off the shelf. They talking about cutting American power because a lot of people don't know we get energy from Canada.
Okay.
Right? A lot of natural resources are in Canada that we need. So they're standing up saying, hey, if they want to play like this, we can play like that too. And it's becoming very tense.
I saw it was like a 250% tariff on lumber coming out of Canada.
Yeah.
And so they were saying that that's going to impact housing prices.
Yeah. That's where the wood come from. Yeah, we'll find another product though.
Supply.
But also in that same vein, China had made a statement. The ambassador for China to America, and he was saying, "Hey man, we ain't worrying about them.
Okay.
We worrying about us."
Yeah.
Like I'm paraphrasing.
No, I saw the clip.
Yeah, the man say, "Oh, man, I ain't
think about what they doing.
We ain't got time to think about what they doing.
Yeah.
We worrying about us."
Yep.
And I said that's the message that we've been trying to put into the
We
community.
really have.
Because if we take care of ourselves, I mean, we have less to depend on them for.
And I mean, you control what you can control, and so if you
can control it,
because you can't control what they do, how they moving, and all of that stuff. But you can control what go on in your household, your block, your community.
That's what the Chinaman said.
Yeah, he was like, "We gonna do us." that's what the Chinaman said.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Chinaman. I appreciate you.
You found a spot to use that word, the Chinaman.
Thank you so much for that, Mr. Chinaman.
Hey,
reminding us that we got to do something for ourselves.
And so also there's been executive orders, right?
Okay.
This been the executive order spree, right?
Yeah.
DeSantis
like never before.
And DeSantis came in Florida doing the same thing, and now
Listen, like never.
That's the model.
Like never before. Every press conference is executive order signing, and so they're talking about dismantling the Department of Education.
Okay.
Hold on, take a deep breath. I said dismantling the Department of Education, and that touches a lot of black people a certain way. A lot of teachers, a lot of people who are impacted by the education system. So just like the Chinaman said, we have to do for ourselves, right? Because the biggest problem we did was allow the government to educate our children.
That's right.
That was one of the biggest, and I'm not for it or against it. I'm just reporting the news, but all I'm saying is on the other side, it may be some greatness if we dig deep.
Yeah.
Right. So let's say they go away with the Department of Education. They have not been that friendly to black men and black children.
I was thinking about that.
I'm just gonna put it on the table.
Yeah.
The education system, the DOJ, the Department of Education, my bad, DOE.
DOE, yep.
they have not been good to black children.
That's another one of the challenges with a lot of this stuff is like a lot of these departments that he targeting have not been friendly to us. Like the Department of Justice was not
Never.
have not been our friends. The Department of Education have not been our friends. And you look at the way that, you know, we treated and the things that we experience within these systems, it's like, okay, we some of the loudest ones saying don't change it.
But it's better for us.
But we know that the change is needed.
So here we go. The other flip, there is a change that's needed, right? But the people like don't mess with it, know that the change possibly can be worse than what it already is.
How can it? How can it? We
So
lasting everything.
listen, so okay.
Yeah, I mean everything.
Like
all
all
of
of
the- but I'm
the
just
stats
saying-
on
No,
the
we're
matrix.
first in all the bad stats.
Yes.
And we're last in all the good
Good
stats.
stats.
Yeah,
This is
yeah,
true.
Yeah.
But I just think
Historically.
you looking at it like what they're doing. So there's guidelines to kind of protect, even though they don't. Now they're gone. There's no protection.
I think it's up to the states, is what
Well,
they're
it was
saying.
never no protection. Protect what?
Yeah.
They wasn't protecting us. I mean, I
School to
understand.
prison pipeline.
I understand.
Pushing kids through the school.
See what
Like,
it is
the
So
disciplinary,
this is what I'm
disorderly
saying.
conduct, like
I
the restless,
get
like
I get
we
all
can
the like.
roll it.
Listen, I
Yeah.
get all of that.
Mm-hmm.
But with
on, y'all,
no
put it in the chat. Let us know
barriers
what you're
out
thinking.
there,
Then it's gonna be worse?
It's gonna be worse.
But see, that's the problem. It's the fear of the unknown. It's the fear
And that's
of.
what. And that's
but the
what.
reality
That's
is,
why I'm flipping it on the pancake.
but-
This is what. That's how I started this. This is what people are
but
thinking.
this is the thing.
Is
This is
that
the,
like it? Go ahead.
no, go ahead. 'Cause
Is that the prison, the pipeline is gonna get even bigger?
That's the
That
idea.
is that is the
So-
idea.
so
Like right
the
now.
Department of
that-
Justice was stopping the school to prison pipeline. I'm just asking what
no,
people thinking.
No, it's
They
not. But you know,
instituted it.
but what I'm saying is that when you look at it, when systems are put in place, and we know that typically it doesn't benefit us, but it benefit some people in
Come on,
a
Tiffany.
small money, like you know what I mean. There's a small group of people that fall into the category of being protected. We get
Okay.
that. They take it away. That small group of people are now exempt.
But I
And
hear
it
that.
doesn't exist anymore.
So maybe they'll unite with the people who've been in
But-
the masses trying to.
I don't
do
know.
something.
So I mean, I don't know. You
Maybe
know
now
what I mean?
because they'll be impacted, they'll want to change the status quo.
But the
because
reality is, they may
But I
not be
think they-
because the education they're taking it back. What they're saying
Yeah.
is they're going to take it back like local,
Okay.
right? That's why they're saying they want to dismantle the Department of Education
Yeah.
to go back to some type of localized.
Yeah, like states.
I mean, hey,
I mean, I think they're pushing everything towards the states. Like,
Well, we know how
yeah.
it looks if it goes to our state.
Yeah, and
Yeah, so,
well, I hope people get involved. I hope-
You know
yeah.
how it looks when it
I-
comes to our state,
yeah.
because our state definitely don't want to teach Black history.
mm-hmm.
And you know what I mean?
I
There'll
think-
be there'll be books that's burned,
They're gonna
banned,
burn books. Yeah, they're
and
gonna burn books.
and our education. And this is what I'm
But
saying.
They're gonna erase parts of history. This
They're
is what they
gonna
do.
be.
So
but
what
see,
do
this
we
is
do?
so look. No, this. So you look at the guidelines where we still have history taught.
Okay.
Right? We go back to the States. Now there's no more history taught in school. Now it's up to us to do it outside. But that's even worse when you look at it than where we're at now.
But see, I think it's I
Right
don't.
or wrong?
But see, I don't
Like-
think so because this is why I say that.
Okay.
Because if we step up,
Yeah.
there's the opportunity to educate children like they have never been educated before. We have technology on our side.
Yeah.
See, I think we're so used to leaning on Big Brother, even though Big Brother been hurting us. Even though they poison our food, even though they're doing all this to us,
Ooh.
we still can't get away from them.
It's
But the
the
reality,
it's the devil, you know.
yeah. But the
So I'm
reality
gonna
is,
say,
going
look
back to
at
business.
example. I'm finna say, so a sample of what's gonna happen is COVID.
Okay.
Them kids ain't gonna learn nothing. Let's be 100. We saw a sample of the parents had to be over their education, and not
hear that.
all, but people was because that's what we're
But- but
going
here's
People
the-
through.
weren't
here's-
going
here's the
outside. People weren't
difference.
even going outside.
Here's what I would say the difference is in that situation. It was an emergency situation. Nobody saw it coming. What I'm hearing now with seeing how they dismantling the educational system, stuff that they've been doing, like knowing that it's going to be a runway, like saying, okay,
It's already here. We on the runway now.
We on the runway now. How can we put this plane in the air?
Plane lifted
You
off.
know what I mean? Because like you see what they're doing.
Yes.
We have, and I saw a stat where it said like we the most educated, like the most degrees,
Oh,
all of
the
so,
generations,
So
yeah.
it's like we have all of the tools, we just not organized.
And they're teaching us not to help each other.
So
Yeah.
I'm gonna
They're
say
using
this,
their
usually-
education to teach us not to help each other. I
Yeah.
told somebody this because we're looking to plan having teachers do some education in the communities.
Yeah.
Like this is something we're actually working on,
Right
right?
now,
We
real
talked,
time.
And one of the
about
things-
that on the radio.
And one of the
that
things
baby-
I
It's happening
told,
for real.
yes, this going down for real.
Yeah.
One of the things I told my partner who I'm organizing this with is I said what they did was they hired all our educators.
Yeah.
What that means is we were getting education in our communities before all these people got hired. Now what they did was made education a commodity. Now because it's my job, I won't go out and help somebody because I feel I put a price on what I've been doing.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? And so now you get back to the other end of the spectrum and hey, well, I need to be paid for them hours. We can't
Mom, I'm
we
gonna
can't
say this.
organize a
Yeah.
volunteer army of teachers.
Right.
This is true, and then I'm on the other flip side of this pancake. Is most educators that I know that is about the education do donate a lot of their time and help the kids.
Yes,
that
most
they
definitely.
So for to say that like the educators they hire them and now they put a price on it. I know too many educators that are using their free time to help their students to make sure that they get where they want
I
to go
definitely
to.
understand that, but like I say, they made it a commodity, right? And then they put a value on it, so people withhold things with value, and that's just the simple. That's the simple like mindset of it,
Yeah.
right? Because there was a time when we had tutors and we had education going on outside of
And
school.
we still do.
Not as much,
No,
right?
that's a lie.
Not as much.
That's a lie.
It's a commodity. You gotta pay.
I'm gonna say
you have
that's
to pay.
I come from a family of educators,
Okay.
and all of them are volunteering their time.
I mean-
no. That's why I say it's a lie. It's just where you going to get it. Just like we say, St. Pete
it's a
is
commodity.
Can two things be true at the same
They
time?
can.
Okay.
They can be,
We
but
know
what I'm
that.
saying, we know that St. Pete is full of resources, but hard to get to.
Okay.
A lot of times, it's just like you just went to a seminar that I knew nothing about.
The life insurance expo.
Right.
Okay.
I knew nothing about it. And for me to say, like, they not teaching it, you just went to
I
one.
listen, I hear that
Valerie
loud and
up
clear.
there- wait, listen. So there's a tutoring right up the street. I can say 3 places that's offering tutoring that's less than 5 miles, within 2 miles of this area, that they're begging people to come and get tutored. So there is resources here. People are willing to do it. People got to go and find it and get out there. And then so you're looking at the marketing. We can't say it's not out there because it is. I'm not gonna buy into
okay
that.
then. So instead of saying it ain't out there, making it more plentiful,
Okay.
making it more available, right? Because I agree. Me and my partner had this same conversation about yes, there are things out there that people don't know about. You can't, like I told him, you got people who are volunteering to help kids at that school, and the parents won't bring the kid to the tutor.
And that's another
But-
thing.
but-
But that's another thing
but
is
that's
that you have
like I
to
told-
no. But that's another thing. You have to be interested and want to do it. So like we
But like I
did, no,
told
we
him,
we offer
like I
a lot
told
of
him,
stuff.
that teacher can only truly help a certain number.
Okay.
Right? So that's what I told him. I'm like, hey, the reality is, okay, we got 2 teachers. How many children can those 2 teachers truly help?
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? And then how many still need that help? Because like I told him, we can organize them to stand under a tree or stand on the bench to do it, right? I know teachers that do that.
Yeah.
They go to the park and then they'll wait for the kids
Somebody
to come
just reached out to me. I was sitting with somebody and they said that's what they wanted to do. It's
Listen.
like just post up and be able to
and have a
be able to
resource.
help.
But like I told him, it is no sustainability in that.
Mhm.
It has to be organized. We have to have resources coming in. We have to have, we might have to have a bus to go pick the kids up.
So I love this comment by this beautiful woman that I know. Hey, sweetie. She says, that's our fault. When we come together, that frightens them. So they use tactics and some kind of strategy to keep us apart. And so I think that's important to note because we always talk about coming together and how we need to do these things, but we overlook the fact that it's actively being opposed. Like somebody's actively working to keep us from doing all the things that we say we need to be doing.
And I'm gonna agree with my twin flame over there, right? Is that because you hear the stats, right?
Yeah.
And then you hear like, and then we get caught in that rat race and start spitting those same things out, saying the same things. Like we say, like we need more summer programs. And there's so many summer programs that's set up for the kids and they begging them to come,
Yeah.
but nobody's showing up.
Yeah.
and they giving out good incentives, trying to get them to come. And then we need more for the kids. Somebody set up another program. Ain't no kids going. You got Barack with the men program
So let's
begging
start saying it
mentors.
different. Let's because we get to redefine what's cool here in the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club and with the New Image Project. Let's start saying we need to fill the programs that we have.
Yes.
Let's fill up these programs instead of
Yes.
saying we need more programs. Let's say, okay, we got multiple programs that we need to fill up, and then start directing people to the programs that are begging to be full.
But
Yeah.
see, Brother John,
Yeah.
I still say, right, that we have programming,
Yeah.
right? And there is things out there for people.
Mm-hmm.
But that takes the responsibility or takes the weight off us having to do it because they already doing it.
No,
right?
what I'm saying,
What
is
I'm saying
I'm
is-
talking about community programs, like
that's
you
what
mentioned, Barack's
I'm
program,
talking like
Competitive
Barack-
Readers
Barack,
Coalition.
okay
yeah,
then.
yeah,
Got
mentality.
feed.
Store
Yeah.
727.
You got
Yeah,
store
store
727.
yeah.
We have programming,
Okay.
right? But what I'm saying is that as a community,
Mm-hmm.
what we have to organize, right?
Absolutely.
Because the truth is, if it's 5,000 kids in Child's Park, what two programs gonna take care of 5,000
But
kids?
they're not-
Hold on,
but-
Paul. All I'm saying is,
Yeah.
I'm just really breaking it down. I'm not knocking nobody who's done anything.
Yeah.
I support these groups, but I'm just wanting to bring a touch of reality to it.
And I'll say this: the reality is there's not a demand for 5,000.
That's what I was about to say.
Because it's we see the problem, and we say, okay, we have 5,000 kids, but how many of that 5,000 will actually participate in these programs? And an indication of that is looking at the numbers of the existing programs.
So, okay, look, just take it all the way down. 5,000, say you only can get 1,000. What one of them programs can handle 1,000 kids?
But they're not. But
see,
no.
I hear that.
But
even when you
listen,
shake
Jabbar.
it down, wait, hold on.
Yeah.
Even when you shake it down and take all the factors,
Yeah.
it's still not enough
We have this-
because
So
you have
here we-
programs. You have programs with 3 to 4 adults with
Thank you,
27 kids, 30 kids.
So let me say
So
this.
inside of that math,
But that's what I'm saying. They have 37 kids, but they have capacity for 100.
And then
And then it's another program that has capacity for 100, but they only
Yeah,
got 25.
20
no,
So-
that's what I'm saying. I
that's what I'm saying.
don't think
No,
think
they
that's
are.
the issue.
No, that is the
I don't think
issue.
there's a capacity for 100 and 30 coming.
That is true. Okay.
Because
okay.
I don't know what the
No, no,
capacity
no,
is.
no,
For everyone,
let's say-
for every one adult, that's supposed to be like what, 7 kids?
No,
50
for every
kids?
one adult, it's 10.
Okay.
For every
Okay,
one
what
adult
adult is
right
10?
now, there's 10,
Go.
right? And so, again, all these programs are asking for
Good morning,
more
Stephanie.
children to come out. And then the kids are not consistent. So maybe you get 30 the first 2 days, and then it go down to 15.
Yeah.
And then they coming in. So what I'm saying is, let's fill up the programs that we already have. To open up another program doing the same thing that this program is doing, and then now y'all splitting the same 30 kids that's showing up. So the 30 that might have went here,
Yeah.
now you getting 10 of them and 20 over here.
But it's still the same 30 kids.
It's still the same
But see,
30
that's-
kids.
but this is the thing, cause that means there's more opportunities. It's not just the same 30 kids because you're looking at the
All right.
bottle as empty. You're not looking at the opportunity to fill the bottle. You get what I'm saying? Yes, okay, but it's 2 programs split in 30 kids, but the reality is there's 15 more seats for each program.
I'm definitely all of the above, but I'm thinking pragmatically and practically, like beginning with filling up the existing programs.
And then expand
because
out.
the demand for more programs when we don't have like maximum capacity at these programs. Like I think it how could I say it? Like if we saying, look, I got room for 100 kids and I got 150 that's trying to get in my mind, that's when we say, okay, we need to do another program. We need to grow it. But if I'm saying I got room for 100 kids and only 30 kids coming, somebody please help me get these kids. I think effort and energy and time should be like, how can we support these existing programs that still have capacity? And as we're growing, as we're looking to expand, then
That's all of the
you know
above.
what I'm
I
saying?
agree with that, but I look at it different because just because your program has 30 kids with room for 100 doesn't mean I don't open my program and start my program.
Yeah, I wouldn't say don't do it.
But that's what I'm saying.
I wouldn't say don't do
because
it.
then we get in the spot where okay, it's hyper this and hyper that.
If
No,
your program, I'm going to say this: if your program is doing the same thing that my program is doing,
yeah.
Mhm.
it makes no sense for us not to team up with each other and maximize and get the
But
most
things
of
are
it.
different.
Wait,
Everything's
listen,
different.
no, this is
because people different.
Can I talk?
But
Can I talk? Because we just let you talk. Like you just keep on and you just cut everybody else off.
I do. Go ahead.
Okay. You're listening to the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. We're talking about dismantling of the educational system under the politics with Mr. Edmonds segment. And we saying what we gonna do, what we need to do. And one of the things we talking about is how these programs that we have in our community are not at capacity, but there's also this demand for more. And that's what we talking about, y'all.
This is, and all I'm saying, I'm not saying not to start your program, but I'm saying if your program kind of mirrors a program that's already together, bring your ideas together. Like we always say, it's not competition, it's collaboration.
Yeah.
And this is when it helps the community that we can fill up one program and then expand to another program, and then everybody is being helped. You do it, I do it. Now we're doing the same thing and not maximizing where we can get all the kids together.
But see, I look at it different because I look at it like, okay, then, like when we do the backpack giveaways, right? It's 20 different backpack giveaways. Everybody's, oh, y'all just need to be one big one. And then, but that's not practical and realistic for the community.
You know why?
It helps the community for there to be multiple.
But let me
because
go-
guess what? Mom work on that day that you trying to do yours. And guess what? On that next day, she's not working. And then she
Summer
can come.
programs are the summer programs.
Let me take a minute and take some of these comments because I this was something that I was thinking about and my wife put it in the chat. She said, if you think the body parts don't function the same, think about it. I guess the body parts don't function the same, but when you look at the body as a whole, all of what's being said can happen. And so that actually dovetails into what Leslie was saying. She said, then open the second program with a different aspect or focus.
Right.
And so when we see like there's a program that's not at capacity and it has a specific focus, if you open in a different program, to your point about opening the exact same program, why would you do that? Instead of opening something else that has a different focus. And so maybe your program focuses on personal development.
Right.
The next program focuses on economics. And now you have multiple programs with different focuses so that you can really maximize the benefit.
Thank you. Because that's why when I said if your program going to mirror my program, it doesn't make sense for us not to merge together.
So let's talk about your program.
But if my program is totally different and giving up something, doing something different, then I see the need of it because you see the need of it. But if we're doing the basic same things, like we should collab. Now, back to the backpack giveaway is that, we have multiple because there's not short of people showing up at no backpack giveaway. Most people sell, when you look at that, it's something that's free that doesn't take up a lot of people's time. Every backpack giveaway typically is full to capacity. So I didn't subscribe to all. I said most.
Yeah. And then because that was one of the things I go back 15 years ago when I first started with the neighborhood association. That was one of the things I was trying to do was like, how can we consolidate and bring these different backpack giveaways together? We want, instead of having, smaller separate giveaways, how can we do one big one? And I learned a lot in trying to organize and put that together. A few of the things that came up was the ego piece of it, because now if you partner, some people want it to be their thing and they want their name to be on it. And so that was a thing. It's like, if we partner with them, then we kind of get, now our logo is on the bottom of the thing and we want our logo to be at the top. We doing this thing. So that was like a consideration. Not number one, it was just in there. These are in no particular order. These are just things that I experienced. So you had that. You had people who wanted like their thing to be their thing, and they wanted to stand out and to be their thing. And then you had the other piece of it around scheduling and just timing, because the time that they want to do it is the time that they want to do it, because they have a base of people who they're catering to. So if it's a church, they have like, okay, our church family in mind. So we're going to do it when we know that our church family can participate. That was a thing. That was another part of it. But to Mr. Edmonds' point about the need for multiple, like I'm okay with multiples after seeing the need, right? Because it's like the old model of how we do things. When you think about warfare, and this is not me advocating violence and none of that stuff, it's just strategy and tactics. And so you look at the old days, where you would have one line on this side and they point their guns, and then there's another line on the other side and they point their guns.
They ain't doing it like that.
They're not doing it like that no more. They're doing cell division, where we call it one mission with a team of teams. And so as long as you have the overall objective, you can be over here doing your thing, because you might be able to reach a segment of the population that I can't reach. You may be able to reach a target population. And so I get the space for having multiple events, because you have multiple audiences, multiple targets. The challenge, another one of the things too, was that you had some of the people, when we talk about listening and don't judging, they was like, well, I saw you at so-and-so giveaway getting 4 backpacks. Now you over here getting 4 backpacks. Now you over there getting 5, pairs of pants. And they were shaming people for going to multiple backpacks.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, well, I just saw you at that one. Why you over at this one? Don't you
And then-
already have a backpack?
And my answer, if you saw me, that mean that you was there too.
No, this was organizers. These are organizers.
And
we were talking to.
I don't like people
and,
like
and,
that
and
too.
organizers are like, oh, you was just at so and so, because they volunteer, they help out, and the feedback from volunteers was that they're seeing the same people at multiple giveaways, and I'm like, okay,
Who cares?
what your problem is with that? But that's a problem that people have. So,
Because
yeah.
people have a problem because they think they take it as if like they have ownership.
And then it's the thing like this. Oh, they taking advantage. Well, why did you do it?
It's the welfare queen syndrome.
You want them to take advantage, right?
Yeah, they feel, and I used to always tell them, well, if they is here, then they may need it double. I mean,
And you don't even know if they're getting it for multiple family members.
It
like
don't
you
even
really
matter.
don't
You
matter.
can-
Like
yeah.
you don't know what they're doing it for. Like that may be the person that handled the whole neighborhood.
Look, you and my wife, well, I swear, she said maybe they're handing them out to different families. Who knows?
Yeah, and for real, and
Twin Plains is real.
and we gotta have the community intelligence, like the emotional intelligence. We gotta have the community intelligence to know that, okay, then we're gonna need multiple of this, we're gonna need multiple of that,
Yeah.
because guess what? Y'all program gonna speak to me. That program gonna speak to him. That program, and so that way there is a assortment of opportunities.
Yeah.
Right now we have opportunities, but there's no big assortment of opportunities.
Yeah.
There's some select choices. You either gonna do this or you gonna do that, or you gonna go with them. And then really, some people want to play games and learn how to make games.
Yeah.
Where that program at? Some people want to work out.
They
and
got
do
that
push-ups.
I'm too.
I'm just saying.
They got that one as well.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm just making examples
But that's what I say.
of different things and reasons that people, because again, okay, then, well, they can do 2 gaming
But-
programs. It's big enough for that.
But
Yeah.
what I'm
You know
saying
what I'm saying?
is,
It's not like, okay, once you do it, now you have the monopoly, and now I should come to you.
I hear that.
And it's not like that.
I hear that.
It's room,
I'm not- so that's
it's
not what-
room and an assortment for different things, and even some of the same, right? Even some of the same program, duplication of efforts, it can be all right because there is enough need out there for it. That's all.
And then Leslie, shout out to Leslie too. I seen she did an amazing event. The backpacks don't last all year anyway. Maybe they need an overflow to keep them through the year.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a real thing. And I'm realizing too, just with my grandchildren, man, these backpacks are status symbols too. Like I didn't realize, like, like them backpacks that they be giving away.
depending.
I guess it depends on the age and where you are socially. Because like they want name brand backpacks. Like they want these,
The Jam Sport,
They want the $50, $60 backpacks. I was with my grandson and he was like pointing out a backpack. I'm like, boy, that backpack's $60. They give them away, $14, $15 back. But that ain't the thing. Like that's the whole thing too.
I mean, but that always been a thing. Like
Yeah.
even when we was in school.
I ain't pay no attention, but yeah.
Yeah, when we was school.
Backpacks
you,
was a
yeah.
status symbol?
Yes, it was.
What kind of backpack you got?
Jam Sports.
Okay.
Yeah, like you use
The
it.
Trapper Keeper notebook.
Yeah, like you.
Yeah.
Yeah, come on.
I,
Yeah, it was a real
It
thing.
was a real. And does so things don't change. It's
I used to
just.
just be in a bubble, I guess. What else you got? Politics, Mr. Edmund.
I mean, after the education department, I don't know what else I
Yeah,
can go to.
what-
What you got? Hey,
It's not politics, but it was something that I saw.
oh, I do got one.
Okay, tell me.
Oh,
Africa.
Okay.
Right now, it seems that Elon Musk and the attention of the United States is going to South Africa and the Afrikaners.
Okay.
They're saying they're being oppressed. The land being taken.
So they finna liberate the
Hey,
Africans.
the tone,
Mhm.
and this is my opinion.
Okay.
The tone seems like they want to send an army to take over Africa.
Mm.
I mean,
Wow.
that's how to me,
The way that they're talking about
there
it.
it feels like they're
So history repeating itself.
yes, they're trumping up these Afrikaners
Mm-hmm.
and the persecution.
Okay.
Because a lot of people don't know South Africa was like a French or Dutch colony or one of those
Okay.
foreign countries.
Yep.
Had
Good morning,
taken
Renee.
over South Africa, and those people gained independence.
Yeah.
And they've been fighting for their independence. They've been fighting for their presidents to be in president. They've been going through those coups d'etats, and they've been fighting it out.
Yeah.
So now there's a new government that's want to take the land back from the Afrikaners.
Mm-hmm.
And the way it seems to me, they're angling to try to do some army or something down there in the Africa.
And you know what's crazy about that is I saw that they said that the Afrikaners are about 7% of the population,
But on
but
80%.
on like 70% of the land. And it's another one of those lopsided things. And it's reminding me of how what they did in Haiti, right? When the Haitians got their freedom,
They taxed them.
they turned around and sued them.
Yeah.
The French sued them for reparations.
Right.
And they said that you got to pay us for the property that you stole, and the stolen property
It was yours.
was them themselves.
Was yours.
Was the human beings, because they referred to the human beings as property. When they freed themselves, they said, "Look, you stole our property. You got to pay us." And the world went along with that mess. And so you wonder why Haiti is in the condition that it is.
Mhm.
It's because the rest of the world was like, "Yeah, we're gonna punish y'all
For being free.
for getting your freedom from under us." Yeah. And now you're seeing the same thing in South Africa. Where
South Africans.
Listen, the exact same thing seems to be happening, and I think it's something we need to keep an eye on.
Yeah.
Because I think that they feel they have separated the African diaspora so much
Mhm.
that America could wage a war in Africa and we not do nothing or say nothing.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Because they feel we so disconnected.
Right.
But I feel that we need to be stepping up and raising our voices, right? And saying, hey, no, I don't want my American tax dollars going over there to mess with them people.
Right.
Right? Let them fix their government. Let them fix what they've been planning. Let them
Because
work.
that's what they saying about everybody else.
Now all of a sudden you want to run down there and try to
Mm-hmm.
help the Afrikaners. Ain't nobody was trying to help them apartheid Africans.
Nope.
I hate that it's two different Africans. It's the Afrikaner and the white ones is Afrikaners and the black ones are Africans. I don't like that. What is that? What are you talking about?
That's how racism it works.
That's how racism works because we African Americans.
Yeah.
We ain't just Americans.
Yeah.
You can't, if you're all African, then there's no distinction between them. And so you have to treat everybody equal. Once you separate, and
gotta
then
free up.
now there is separation,
Yes.
and now you can determine how you treat this group compared to the other group.
Yup.
So yeah, thank you for that, Mr. Evan. I appreciate
So
that.
did y'all see the video that was going, I don't know, I saw it on Facebook, of the mother whose daughter got killed with the her father at the gas station? They were
Oh
shot.
yes. The rapper from Texas.
I didn't see
Yeah.
They were at the car wash.
Yes.
it. Okay.
And he had been told, don't come back to the car wash. They had been saying it online to him. I don't know if he's seen it, but
Okay.
don't come back to the car wash. You ain't welcome up here. And he came up there and was washing the car with his daughter.
And they killed him and
And
his,
the daughter.
his
Oh,
5-year-old
God.
daughter.
It's
Hey.
like beef.
It was beef. And then I saw another video of one of the guys and was like, whoever did that, like, y'all ain't gangster.
Oh, they called him. They
They just said, like, y'all ain't gangster. Like, what did that little girl had to do with y'all beef? Like, if you stepping and not condoning violence, but you beef with the person who you beefing with, you don't add they mama, they sister, they brother. Like, the mama probably want you to not be beefing with their son and want to have the conversation with you. Like, that don't make you a man for you taking innocent lives.
So let's talk about the G code, y'all.
Okay, let's talk about
What
it.
is the G code?
Yeah, I mean, it's just a set of standards and ethics that you apply to, the G lifestyle.
No, G code is short for the gangster code.
So let me. So
And I mean, every community has codes, right?
Yes. Even the gangsters got a
Even
code.
the gangsters got a code.
And it's
And
called the G
It's
code.
called the G code.
Okay.
and the G code used to be women and children are out of like
Yeah.
not supposed to be touched unless the woman is a part of.
So who's teaching the G code?
So I was just gonna say it's right now in the way the streets are operating,
Mhm.
it really isn't any rules. It's like a renegade type society right now. You got some people who still respect the code and hey man, I ain't gonna move a certain way because they ain't supposed to be doing that,
Right.
right? But it wasn't a lot of people to hand that information down to the youngers, and then the youngers is just like it's up, it's up. I don't care who you with, because I look at it like this. Sometimes, you know, they didn't know that kid was in there. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They just seen homie. You know what I'm saying? And then they took off on homie and Shawty was in there. You get what I'm saying? So it's a two-way street, right? You don't do that when you see people with their family and then you don't take your family to spots that you gonna put your family in danger. So it's like a two-sided coin on that stuff. Because the reality is, if it's smoke, the last thing you need to be doing is be riding around with your kids.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? In the car that you got smoke in. You get what I'm saying? Like, yeah, y'all ain't supposed to do it, but hey, bruh, say they don't look in that back seat.
Yeah. No, that was a situation that happened here locally.
Yeah, I know.
Woman,
Right there on 18th.
18 for 20.
Yeah.
Like they, shot at the car
And killed the little baby.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's
No,
sad.
killed the mama.
Killed the mom.
Oh, killed the mom. My bad.
Baby
My bad.
almost died, but
Yeah, my bad. Yeah. And the sad part about it is this is going on everywhere in America.
Yeah. And again, thinking about, and that's crazy how we landed here, because I've been reading about really community building.
Mm-hmm.
And what we're going to do, really answering this question, because again, everybody's focused on what they're doing. And I'm like, okay, what can we do?
Yeah.
And so I've been looking at, Dr. Claude Anderson and Powernomics, looking at, Professor Amos Wilson and the Black Power Blueprint, really going into these things, the teachers of the most honorable Elijah, like what did they say we should be doing in this moment and in this time? And one of the things that Dr. Claude talks about is the need for community. However, you can't have a community without certain ethics and standards.
Yeah.
And so every community has their, ethics and their standards. And that's what we're talking about. Like the G code has been lowered, and that's why we see what's happening. Because even when, like, coming up, it was stuff that we did, but it was stuff that we knew, like, okay,
Don't do. Yeah, you don't
we
do
just
that.
don't do that.
Yeah.
You know what
Yeah.
I mean? So when granny come, you tuck it, you know what I mean?
Yeah, there was respect. You ain't keep the argument going on in front of your granny.
Yeah.
Like the grandma walked out. Oh, we'll handle that later.
We're gonna handle that later.
And everybody walk off.
Yeah. But those standards have been relaxed in our community, and so it was just an example I gave a while back. I'm standing out in my yard, little girl just throw some trash out and I'm like, whoa. Her mama stopped, backed up, and was like, get out, pick it up. But it's like having those types of conversations to say we don't do that around here. We don't throw trash out the window.
Yeah.
Because this is our community. This is where we live.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Whole number 5 value meal out the window. Drinking
thing,
all.
The whole thing. And so it's just like getting back to those standards and really understanding.
I don't believe in littering.
Like, I had to get to that point. Like,
Yeah, I did too. I had to get there. I was there.
I've never been illiterate.
Yeah,
Like
I-
I've always.
Yeah,
I go to the garbage now.
Man, I had it bad. So
I did too.
Yeah.
It was one of the cultural things.
Yeah. It was just like, kinda, that's what you
If it's something that can
Yeah.
go back into the earth, like a seed,
Yeah.
something like that, that can't. Other than that, like yeah.
we all know that you was raised there. Y'all. So right here on Jennifer Bird. And we do have what the people say. I want to give you what the people say before.
Go ahead before we do the Ask Kiana. Are we gonna have time for the Ask Kiana on air? What the people
It
say?
depends what the people say.
Yeah.
What the people say? Let's see what.
So we can do one or the other. What y'all want to do? Ask Kiana or what the people say?
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Catch a tiger by its toe.
What the people say, let's go.
Let's go.
Take one of them. We can do like the first thing that they said.
Let's see. Let's see how it moves us. Go
Okay,
ahead.
Gotcha. And so the question that we asked was about what's some of the biggest community issues that are in our community. What are the issues, right? And so based upon a number of dimensions and the in-depth discussion, here are some of the top ranked issues based upon what people said, social media. And so this is a non-scientific poll, margin of error have not been calculated. So this is what the people said. Affordable housing and economic stability was one of the most discussed topics. The key concerns are the high rent prices and lack of affordable housing options, increasing property taxes causing displacement, so people not being able to stay in their houses because of taxes, lack of home ownership opportunities and financial education, also rising utility bills, making it difficult for residents to sustain housing. Some of the actions that were proposed as needed is to increase the affordable housing developments with real community input, expand home ownership education and support programs, and address the rising property taxes as well as insurance hikes was another one that came. What's your thoughts on that?
I agree with all that. My light bill is ridiculous, and I hate it.
Yeah.
It's over $200, and
Light bill?
yes,
Okay.
it's like it's
Yeah.
ridiculous,
Wow. Water bill?
ridiculous.
Yeah.
It used to
Water
not be.
bill came up as a part of the.
It used to not be like my water bill used to be so reasonable.
Yeah.
Like it's ridiculous. Like this stuff is like ridiculous.
I did
I think and I read some of the questions too.
Okay.
I think that education and economic development. I think and it's say that a lot, and it's what they call cliche, but the reality is the education gap
Mm-hmm.
is leaving us with economic gaps,
Yeah.
right? So one feeding off the other, and the better education, and I mean real education, not just knowing how many stripes on the flag. I'm talking about knowing how to balance your budget, right? How to balance your economics in your life, because a lot of times in our life we got the money and resources to do everything we need. We just make bad decisions financially.
There we go.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that's education.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? And that
Discipline. Yeah.
And so all of
That's right.
that all
Smart people that just can't control
don't
themselves.
right. They can't, and
The
they don't,
discipline,
and they're not
that's part of
disciplined.
education too.
But
though,
then it's
'cause you gotta learn discipline.
Discipline.
Yeah.
But what we're learning is, and because we do a lot of stuff, people gotta want this stuff.
Okay.
That's half the battle right there. Like people like, oh, education, this and this, and then you give them the opportunity, and then they don't show up.
But you don't give it to the people. You don't give it to the people who don't want it. I mean,
But you offer it to everybody. But the
It's
people
the
who,
open- it's the
but
open
I'm finna tell
opportunity
you,
Show up.
yeah,
right?
exactly.
And but
And
what
then
I'm
we
saying,
have to be all right with that.
No,
and
I'm
not,
okay,
and not
but-
look at it as a loss, because it ain't 1,000 people at the economic summit, but the people who this matters to is there.
but that's what.
And
So
you
this
build
is,
from there.
so we go back to
That's
all our.
a conversation.
It is, and that's gonna be more than 10 minutes.
Yeah.
But-
it's a huge conversation. Though.
But
What,
you
building
look
from
at
there?
it.
No, just how catering to people and being all right with the people who show up, because as an organizer,
Yeah, you have a
you're
dream.
never happy with turnout.
I am. I'll be all right.
But
Tell the truth, I'll be all right.
Yeah, you do.
I don't.
But you always think, man, how can we get more people here?
You
How
be
can we
wanting-
get more of these
That's
people
true.
here? How can
True.
we, like, dang?
But
it was
you gotta
good,
see
but
what-
we should have had
True,
more.
true.
Like you always, like you never be like, yep, we had everybody who we wanted to be here, the right audience, the right target. Like
So I'm gonna.
always struggle with that combination.
So the last time I was really happy with the men's mental health.
Okay.
I was overjoyed, happy, tears in my eyes when I saw. All jokes aside, like
yeah.
dead. Hey, like
I
when.
think I did see you having like a
Yeah,
having a moment.
Because when we do these mental health, it's like pulling teeth trying to get people to come. And it was a room full of black men
Yeah.
in there ready to talk about their mental health, which let me know that the climate has kind of changed,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But we look at it, and then the first one, we didn't have that many people come to the mental health, and then Reno said about the bingo,
Mhm.
the ghetto bingo or whatever.
Okay.
It
Like-
compared to that.
This thing is full and this thing is
Right, and so this is when I'm saying, when you're organizing and like when we saying education and all that other stuff, we have these things and people will see it and skip across it. You'll see this and see a day party. They going to that Durham day party. They going to that day party.
But
Mr.
it's-
Evans saying we gotta be all right
and-
with the day party people.
Yes.
But what I'm
and-
saying-
People coming from
And I'm
if
okay
people-
with that, but then them same people are complaining about that they're not getting what they need. But when it's offered, they don't show up. But when it's time to spend their money recklessly, when they can't pay their bills, like they can't pay their light bills, we'll get them same phone calls from people saying, "Hey, somebody need to pay my lights. Like, who can help me to pay my water?" You done got the phone call, and then tomorrow you'll see them with 5 drinks at the cat.
So
Do what you
is the
want.
intake-
But-
like, is the intake saying, okay, you came in to get this?
You can't go to day parties. Don't buy no drinks.
Like one of the criteria for our
But-
helping you is no more day
But
parties.
this
No,
is
what
the
I'm
thing.
saying is we're talking about discipline and responsibility, right?
But I don't think right.
Okay.
The vast majority of people are doing that,
They
right?
combine them in some
I
way.
don't think all those people are doing that. And I
Okay.
think that in my mindset, well, if we see that they want to go to the day party and not the mental health conversation, how do we turn the mental health conversation into a day party?
There you go.
Right? When we see
What the people
the
want.
people want, and then we fight against it, and then we think, oh well, they just ain't coming. Well, you know what? You want them kids to come throw a party, throw a pat jam, and watch all them kids be in there dancing, having a good time. But then you want to tell them, oh no, don't you do that now.
Yeah.
But see,
So
but I agree with you because I always say, give the people what they want and then give them what they need afterwards. Like, get them there. Like, listen,
That might work one time, but after you get them once, then they ain't coming back.
No,
But
but-
they doing that.
no.
No, but you
but
know
when
what?
you
They
do it
still gotta
right-
go if you do it right. Like, cause we done had
They gonna have a
we
good
done had
time.
some really good events where we've been able to feed them what they really need and at least spark a conversation or interest in it.
They scared to have parties for youth now. So when I was young, we used to have like little dances and little parties. It was dangerous.
yeah.
It done got such to the point. These children don't got to really know where to go.
Yeah.
They got to so that's why when they go to the club or go out, they have so much pent up frustration and so much they don't even know what to do when they get there because they ain't. We kind of was like pushed into it, right?
Yeah.
We'll have a dance at school, then you'll have a party at your homeboy house, and then you'll have the Galaxy.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So we kind of pushed into it, like nudged into it. Now the kids go straight from maybe a party at the house or the hotel or the Airbnb straight to the club. They don't learn no etiquette. They don't. It's nothing. So you get. I mean, I'm just thinking.
But it's these grown, but it's not even, first of all, it ain't really the kids that's really showing their tail. It's the grown people our age that's out there fighting. So that this
Hold on. It ain't even the kids.
Oh, they ain't really the kid.
it's these grown people out here showing that, yeah, that's really showing their tail.
Listen. If you can fight, go down the road and fight. Don't fight at the establishment, right? We coming up with some codes and some rules.
We gotta have a
Take the BS somewhere else. The establishments are hangout spots. This is places where we are coming to show each other love and support businesses.
I'll tell you
not
this.
fight and mess everything up.
I would tell you, people who are drama filled are always going to find drama. People who are not, don't do it. Like I'm a drama free person. You don't really see nothing. I don't look for it. But you can see the person who always looking for it. And every time you see them, they is drama filled.
For it.
everything.
Every day.
People like that with you though.
No, but
It's a place in the world for people.
It's a
no,
place
that
for
is,
it,
but
You know, people
But-
like that at the
at that appropriate time. But not all
I
of.
see it because I ain't looking for it. But if you see it, and it's like, okay.
No, but, yeah, because you need everybody for something. You need everybody for something, right? But what
All
I'm
kind of people make the world.
it does. But what I'm saying is, people who like that rah-rah life is always gonna bring that in and do it regardless of where they at.
Yeah.
And it don't matter what clothes they put on.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
That's
So-
right. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What kid? Okay, we don't have time to answer that question right now. But yeah, I think this was a real good, robust conversation.
Mhm.
We want to thank y'all for tuning in, tapping in. What's your final thoughts?
Oh yeah, it's over.
Almost.
No, it's over.
Okay. Okay, final thought. Big shots out to Reno, Dave for putting on the insurance expo yesterday. Big stuff, man. Keep up the good work, fellas. And this week, man, we got some work to do, y'all.
Yeah, it is. A lot cooking, a lot happening. So more that needs to be done, that needs to be said.
Be the change you want to see. Stay tuned for Sister Hughes.
Make you lose your shoes.
And shout out.
Yeah.
All right.